Hello, my friends, and welcome to the first episode of the Kadic Reviews. Now, yes, it's yet another new bouncing baby boy in the Code America family. I know they've been sprouting up like weeds lately, but there's a reason for it, especially this one. This review is a direct answer to the world famous, quote unquote, nostalgia critic who did a review of this movie quite a bit ago, but did it badly. The movie is, of course, Digimon the Movie. Oh, I'm gonna do it right. But before I start the review and synopsis of this whole entire movie, let me give you some background. I am a Digimon fan. How big am I? I went to go see this movie first weekend when it came out in theaters with my niece. It is the only movie in which I have done so. Second, I watched every episode of Digimon from beginning to end in every series incarnation multiple times. And I've seen this movie now a combined 9 times. I even viewed it today for the purpose of this review. Thanks to YouTubers Black, White, Purple, and Digimon the Movie. Capitalize the first letter in each word to find the channel to give me access to the movie so I can watch it. Digimon is a series based on a short running series of Gigapet competitors. When Digimon was rebranded in 1999 for a toy line, it came with an anime that debuted in the fall of '99. Nine and lasted all the way on Fox Kids to season 3 all the way in 2001. The anime itself, however, found new life and lasted all the way via Disney's help to 2005. How, however, every season of the series has a movie to depend on. But we're only taking a look at the original theatrical release that was released in 2000 to coincide with season 2. The movie starts out with a basic synopsis of the basic plot, explaining explaining about the divide between Earth and the parallel digital world, and about Digimon, but doing it through way of a flashback. One of the DigiDestined members, Kari Kamiya, played by 80s sitcom star of Eight is Enough, Laura Jill Miller, does does the voice of Kari well. In fact, the entire cast of the animated series reprises their roles for this particular movie, although you don't hear from them all that often. First frame, first major section of the movie, and yes, you can divide this movie literally into sections, chronological sections. Section 1 actually plays through the first interactions between Kari and Kamiya, and their first interactions with a Digimon. These play out as rather comical scenes and are really fun. Plus, Fatboy Slim's The Rockefeller Stank also plays in a clip clip of one of the scenes. It's well placed too. But then it is later shown not only the basis of Digivolution, how Digimon tend to eat everything in house and home, and tend to fub up electronics when they digivolve. Although Kari later explains that this isn't the same Agumon as in the TV series that they became teammates with later. However, their new friend is instrumental, stopping an evil Digimon, Parrotmon, from causing havoc in a random night. Dai, Kari, and 6 of their friends see the battle. The, the 8 kids are later the Digidestined team from season 1. This is the first this is not the first time that the battle is played out. Watch the episode in season 1, The Ultimate Clash, to see it referenced in the show. But this is the first time you see it in its entirety uninterrupted. After the battle with Parrotmon is shown, the movie flash forwards years later. 4 years later, in fact, after the events of season 1 are done and concluded. The team still talks to each other, but this section mainly concentrates with Tai and Digidestined member Izzy, the resident nerd of the group, who has been tracking an evil Digimon on the internet due to a friend named Willis, who has 2 twin Digimon, Theriamon and Gogomon. However, this evil Digimon is trying to track him down and is willing to eat the internet through house and home to do it. So, Ty and Izzy decide to literally jump on the internet and kick some digital ass to help. These scenes are done impressively. And later, yes, TK and Matt find their way to a computer rather comically to help out. This also shows the time frame of the continuity, that it's after the battle with the Dark Masters and Apocalypse in season 1. So thus, it fills in a story gap between seasons 1 and 2. The battle is fierce with the Diabomon beating them senseless until Mantai find a way to digitize themselves, which leads to the first ever DNA Digivolution and the first appearance of the mightiest Season 1/2 Digimon of them all, Omnimon, who ends up winning the battle and stopping 2 nuclear missiles from nuking Willis's hometown in Colorado and Japan simultaneously. Yeah, there's some comical bits between some Kai and Sora love mix-up for the fans to really appreciate, but it's not really that important for the purpose of this review. After the battle is over, it is later to explain by a once again narrating Kari that the battle has just begun. The movie then fast forwards to the present day. in which the original group are adults. This officially puts it in the season 2 canon at this point. However, its continuity is between the end of the battles with Ken and the Dark Spire saga, which makes it a very weird placement for a movie. Ty and Corey are off to New York on vacation while the other team members, Cody, Yoli, and Davis, are hanging out at the beach. Apparently, in terms of time frame, Ken hasn't joined the team yet, which also leads to another continuity issue that I'll get to momentarily. Terribly. Ty, Ty and Kari run into Willis after seeing a battle between Terriermon and Kokomon take place. Fun fact, the voice actor for Terriermon in the movie later reprises his role as the same Digimon in season 3 of the show. Kokomon wants Willis to go back. He assumes back to the Colorado where it all began. So he naturally hitchhikes there. TK and Kari decide to lend a hand with the problem and bring in the other team members. Some comedy ensues between them, and after a few high pep talks and a few convincing, Willis finally spills the beans, beans that he was pretty lonely as a kid, and that the two Digimon, Terriermon and Kokomon, were his only friends. So, therefore, he goes through the effort to try to create another. But his creation gets attacked by a virus, which leads to the major battle in the second frame of the movie with the season 1 team. Eventually, Willis and the team stop running and confront Kokomon head on. Digivolutions ensue. Armored Digivolutions aplenty, but the team is quickly overrun by Kokomon's power, especially once he digivolves the Chubimon. Digimon we don't see again until Digimon Season 4. But we do see the ultimate form, Lopmon, in Season 3. The team gets overwhelmed and even time gets played with a little bit. TK and Kari manage to run back into the team saving them from being devoured, and end up doing the only time in the continuity of the series a warp digivolution into their mega forms. Remon and on to release the golden digi-eggs. And this is where the other continuity issue pops up. See, there are two golden digi-eggs in the movie. One given to Willis and one given to Davis. For anybody who has seen the anime, the one given to Davis digivolves Zmon into Magnagurmon. It's essential for bringing down Kenichi Joji's fortress when he was the Digimon Emperor, leading to Ken's ultimate defeat in Season 2. But the second Digi-Egg, well, that's not in the series, especially not post-movie. In fact, Willis is totally forgotten about. He doesn't even make an appearance in the show later on, or is referenced to, which is a giant missed opportunity. Using the two golden Digimon forms was Megadramon and Rapidmon, which would later become Terriermon's ultimate form in Season 3, end up defeating the virus inside Kokomon. Unfortunately, this causes the loss of Kokomon's life. Willis is all depressed, but then Davis reminds him that Digimon don't really die, they just get reconfigured. Fact proven in the last scene of the movie when Kokomon is reborn, but however, in a funny twist, he's tone deaf, listening to Smash Mouth's All Star as the movie cuts to black and the credits roll. This is how you do a movie based on a TV show. Yes, you can tell by the animation in the movie and the orchestral scores that the movie had a slightly bigger budget because 20th Century Fox and Fox Kids really put their hands around it. Likewise, the use of licensed music from the Money Money Bosstones, Bare Naked Ladies, Smash Mouth, and others from a stellar soundtrack helps give the movie musical flavor. The movie is a great mix of the early eras of Digimon all mixed into one with the traditional series comedy and plenty of references to the first two seasons of the show, even though when the movie came out, season two was halfway underway. Now, the Nostalgia Chick stated in the Nostalgia Critics review that you didn't have to be a fan of the series to understand the movie. Wrong. If you are not a fan of the series, this movie will be confusing. Plot points will not make sense, and the continuity of time won't either. The voice acting is stellar and exact to the animated series, which is a plus. And all of the series' official music tracks are used and given orchestral bump ups to that effect. In other words, this movie is more of a super extended episode of the series. And that's not necessarily a bad thing. In fact, it is this point that makes this movie better than Pokemon the movie. There's no continuity in the movie at all. And that's what really hurts the Pokemon movie. Like what? But here's the major problem. It's over too quickly. For a movie that is only an hour and 30 minutes long, it seems to rush through at the speed of light. There could have been more done, and they should have waited till the end of season 2 to really do this movie. It would have benefited with more continuity and more plot turn. Plus, it would have ushered in Terriermon as a season 3 Digimon and give people a heads up of what was to come later. Which leads to the ultimate problem with this movie. Willis. The character at the central part of the movie is not even seen again in the entirety of the Digimon franchise. Not even once. Not even reference to. Yes, we see we see Terriermon in season 3, but this was really a missed opportunity on the creator's part to add yet another character to the season 2 team, taking the team up to 7, which was the original number of the team in season 1 before Kari was added. Also, also, Lilith's character is given background, but with him not being in the later series, it's really a missed opportunity to expound. Even though it's great for a movie plot, if you're going to introduce a character, you got to see him later in the series. This is the movie's greatest frailty. Hell, even the Digi-Rap at the beginning of the movie, a rapped version of the original theme song, is far superior than the original theme song. It's never used again. There is a ton of missed opportunities not only to lengthen the movie, but to bring the movie full circle into the television series. If it wasn't for the continuity points of the movie, you would have not known that it has direct relation to the story. And the fact that the events of the movie aren't even referenced to in the show later really misses the opportunity to put two and two together. As an individual movie, though, this is a great little anime popcorn flick. It's really a quickie and a great expression of TV show turned into a movie. If you're a Digimon fan and you haven't seen this movie yet, what are you, deaf? This movie isn't a great beginner point, however. Start with the TV series first before seeing this movie. My overall score for this movie is a 8 out of 10. Would have been higher if the series would have later took on some of the story continuity that it introduces. But as a standalone movie, this is how you do a TV to movie adaptation. By staying in your lane and not doing too much to separate yourself from source material. Until next time, live life by the code. Disclaimer time. This is a review of Digimon the Movie. I did not use any music clips from the show and or movie in this first episode of the Kadic Reviews. The opinions are mine and mine alone. Watch the movie, judge for yourself. Respect my opinion, but also comment. Thank you.